My girlfriend said, "I'm going to Vegas with the girls. Don't be controlling." Then posted stories of her grinding on random guys with the caption, "Single for the weekend." So I canceled her return flight. I'm 28, been dating Skyler for 18 months. We moved in together 6 months ago. Last month, she announced Vegas trip with sorority sisters for Amanda's bachelorette party. "Just the girls catching up," she said. "Cool, no problem." Week before, weird comments. "You won't text constantly, right? Some guys can't handle their girlfriends having Vegas fun." "I'm not the jealous type," told her. "Have fun." Even gave her extra $300 cash. Thursday morning, drove her to LAX. Kissed goodbye. That night, her Instagram stories started rolling in. Normal stuff first. Airplane selfie, hotel suite, champagne, and robes. Then night content began. Story 1. Skyler in tiny black dress I'd never seen. Caption. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Story 2. Club footage with VIP table. Guys in suits everywhere. Story 3. Her grinding on tall, dark-haired guy. Full contact grinding. Caption. Single for the weekend. My remote literally fell from my hands. Story 4. Different club. Different blonde guy. She's sitting on his lap feeding him shots. Caption. When in Vegas. Story 5. Full makeout session with blonde guy. Tongue, hands, and hair. Caption. YOLO. I sat there staring at phone 20 minutes straight. Screenshots automatically saving. The disrespect was unreal. Broadcasting, cheating to her entire following. Phone started buzzing immediately. "Mom, honey, everything okay with Skyler?" "Sister, bro, you seeing this crazy stuff?" Best friend called. "Dude, what the hell? But I didn't blow up." Didn't send angry texts. Didn't call screaming. Just took screenshots and thought clearly about next move. Here's what Skyler forgot. Her Sunday return flight was booked entirely with my Chase Ultimate Rewards points because she'd blown savings on designer Vegas outfits. I'd transferred 75,000 points for her ticket because she was short this month financially. She'd begged, "Baby, I'll pay you back next month. Promise this trip means everything to me." Friday morning brought more Instagram stories. Pool party at Fancy Day Club. Skyler in bikini doing body shots off random guy's abs while crowd cheered. Caption. Living my absolute best life. My cousin texted, "Dude, so sorry you're seeing this. Completely insane." Still didn't contact her. Complete radio silence. Saturday morning, more content. Skyler at couple spa with same dark-haired guy from Thursday. Side-by-side massages. Champagne. Full romantic treatment. Caption. My Vegas husband knows how to treat a real woman. That Vegas husband. Caption pushed me over edge completely. Called Chase customer service. Need to cancel flight. Booked with my points. We just broke up. Sorry about breakup, sir. I can cancel this right now. Points refunded within 24 hours. Click. Done. Her Sunday flight home gone. Then remembered cousin Trevor works Southwest Airlines customer service. Called him for weird favor. Because of how I canceled, airline flagged her account for suspicious booking activity. Needed identity verification in person, but office closed until Monday morning. Saturday evening, more stories. Different clubs, different guys every time. One video showed dude carrying her piggyback through entire casino. Caption. My Vegas boyfriend spoils me crazy. Pure audacity was incredible. Sunday afternoon, 3 p.m. Phone started exploding with panic. Where are you right now? I'm at airport and my flight isn't on board. Gate agent says ticket completely canceled. Stop being dramatic and fix this now. She'd been stranded at McCarran Airport over 3 hours going gate to gate, frantically begging agents about her mysteriously missing flight. Beautiful kicker. Because of specific way I canceled, system automatically flagged her account for suspicious activity. They needed complete identity verification in person at main office, but verification department closed until Monday 9 a.m., Wednesday -- came home to apartment completely trashed. Every dish smashed, clothes shredded, couch slashed. But police couldn't help without proof. Then my neighbor showed me his security footage from Monday. Skyler wasn't alone when she did this. The dark-haired guy from Vegas was with her, and his face made me realize I knew exactly who he was. Jake, my former college roommate from UCLA, the guy who completely destroyed our friendship senior year when I caught him sleeping with my girlfriend at the time in our shared dorm room. I mean, I literally walked in on them. It was one of those moments that just burns into your brain forever, you know? I'd come back early from my engineering lab because I forgot my calculator, and there they were. The look on his face wasn't even apologetic. He just smirked at me like it was some kind of game he'd won. We didn't speak after that. I moved out that same week, crashed on my buddy's couch for the rest of semester. Jake transferred to UNLV couple months later, and I heard through mutual friends he'd moved to Vegas permanently after graduation. That was like 2 years ago. I never mentioned him to Skyler. Why would I? He was ancient history, a closed chapter I didn't want to reopen. But now, staring at my neighbor's grainy security footage, watching Jake help Skyler systematically destroy my apartment, everything clicked into place in the worst possible way. This wasn't random. This wasn't just some Vegas fling that got out of hand. I rewound the footage again. There was Jake, holding my TV while Skyler smashed the screen with a baseball bat. There was Jake, laughing as Skyler poured what looked like red wine all over my laptop. The whole thing took them maybe 20 minutes. They weren't even trying to hide their faces. "You want me to send this to you?" my neighbor asked. "He's this older retired guy, Mr. Henderson, who's always been cool with me." "Yeah, please. Can you send it to my email?" "Already did. Also sent it to myself as backup, just in case, legally speaking." I thanked him and went back inside to survey the damage. It was worse in daylight. My gaming PC that I'd built myself, completely smashed. My collection of vinyl records that my dad had given me, all snapped in half. Even my high school baseball trophies were bent and broken. This was personal. This was meant to hurt. My phone buzzed. Skyler again. "I know you're ignoring me. This is so immature. Just talk to me." I didn't respond. Instead, I opened my laptop, which thankfully still worked despite the wine damage, and started digging. If Skyler and Jake knew each other, there had to be evidence somewhere. I went to our shared laptop in the bedroom, the one we used for Netflix and stuff. Skyler never bothered with privacy, always left her accounts logged in. I opened her Facebook messages and started scrolling, and there it was. 3 weeks before Vegas, a message from Jake Collins. I recognized his profile picture immediately, same cocky smile. "Jake, hey, I think I know your boyfriend. You're dating that engineering nerd from UCLA, right? The one who lived in Hedrick Hall?" Skyler. "Oh my god, yes. How do you know him?" Jake. "We were roommates senior year. Small world. Hey, you ever coming to Vegas? Would be cool to catch up." I felt my jaw clench. I kept scrolling. Skyler. "Actually, yeah. Going there next month for a bachelorette party." Jake. "No way. We should definitely meet up. I know all the best spots." Skyler. "That would be fun. He doesn't really need to know though, right? He gets weird about me hanging with other guys." Jake. "Totally get it. Our little secret." My hands were shaking as I kept reading. The messages got more flirty after that. Jake sending her photos of fancy clubs, VIP tables, bottle service. Skyler eating it all up. And then, 2 weeks before Vegas, this gem. Jake. "So I gotta ask, is he still the same boring guy from college? Always studying, never knowing how to have fun?" Skyler. "You. Yes. Like I love him, but sometimes I just want to let loose, Jake. "I remember you from his Facebook pics. You're way too hot to be stuck with someone like that." Skyler. "Stop it, lol." Jake. "I'm serious. When you come to Vegas, let me show you how a real man treats a woman." And then the kicker. 3 weeks before Vegas, I found the Venmo transaction. Skyler sent Jake $150 with the note, "Can't wait to see you." This wasn't a random encounter. This was premeditated. Jake recognized Skyler from my social media, realized she was my girlfriend, and deliberately seduced her to get back at me for cutting him off years ago. And Skyler, apparently having no loyalty whatsoever, went right along with it. I screenshot everything, every message, every Venmo transaction, every flirty exchange, organized it all in a folder labeled Evidence. My phone rang. It was Amanda, the bride from the bachelorette party. "Hey," I answered. "Oh, thank God you picked up. Listen, I need to tell you something about Vegas." "Go ahead." Skyler, completely ditched us after the first night. She said she was feeling sick and was gonna rest at the hotel, but we found out later she wasn't even in her room. She spent the entire weekend with some guy. We were honestly really annoyed because we'd planned all these activities and she just bailed. Dark-haired guy? Tall? Yeah, exactly. How did you know? Long story, but thanks for telling me. I wanted to tell you sooner, but honestly, I wasn't sure if I should get involved. But after seeing her Instagram posts, I figured you deserved to know the truth. She wasn't sick. She deliberately planned to meet up with this guy. After I hung up with Amanda, I called my landlord, explained the situation, asked him to come see the apartment damage. He arrived 30 minutes later with his wife, both of them standing in my destroyed living room with shocked expressions. "Jesus Christ," he muttered, pulling out his phone to take pictures. "Who did this?" "My now ex-girlfriend and some guy she brought back from Vegas. I have security footage from my neighbor if you need it." He nodded. "I'm gonna need that for insurance purposes. Also gonna need a police report. I'm working on it. Look, I'm gonna be straight with you. According to your lease, you're both on it. Technically, you're both responsible for damages. But if you can prove she brought someone unauthorized who destroyed property, I can write documentation that releases you from financial responsibility. That would be amazing." He sent me a template document to fill out, promised to review the security footage, and said he'd have something official ready within a week. Next, I changed all the locks, called a locksmith that same day, paid extra for emergency service. New deadbolts, new doorknobs, everything. Texted Skyler a simple message. "Don't bother coming back. Locks are changed. Your stuff will be outside tomorrow." She called immediately. I declined. She called again. Declined. Then came the texts. "You can't just lock me out of my apartment." That's illegal. I'm calling the police. You're such a controlling asshole, I responded once. Actually, I spoke with the landlord. You brought an unauthorized person who destroyed property. That violates the lease. You're no longer welcome here. Your belongings will be on the porch tomorrow at noon. Pick them up or they go to Goodwill. I boxed up all her stuff that night. Clothes, makeup, shoes, all of it. Piled it neatly in boxes on the porch the next day at exactly noon. Then I sat inside and waited. She showed up at 12:30 with Jake driving a U-Haul truck. I watched from the window as they loaded her boxes, Skyler crying dramatically the whole time, Jake with his arm around her shoulder playing the supportive boyfriend role. At one point, Skyler looked directly at my window. I didn't hide, just stared back at her. She flipped me off. Jake laughed. Whatever, they deserved each other. But then, things got worse. That evening, Skyler started her social media campaign, posted a long Instagram story with sad piano music about how I abandoned her in Vegas and was now illegally keeping her possessions hostage. She posted crying videos, makeup running down her face, talking about how controlling and emotionally abusive I was. He canceled my flight home and left me stranded in a strange city with no money, she sobbed to the camera. And now he's changed the locks and won't let me get my things. I'm homeless because of him. If you're watching this, please share. People need to know what kind of person he really is. The video got hundreds of shares. My phone started blowing up with messages from people I barely knew. Dude, what did you do to Skyler? That's really messed up leaving her in Vegas. You should be ashamed of yourself. Even some of my coworkers saw it and were giving me weird looks at the office. I knew I had to be strategic about this. I couldn't just start posting angry rants or screenshots everywhere. That would make me look just as bad. So instead, I created a private Google Drive folder with everything. All the Instagram story screenshots showing her cheating, the security footage of her and Jake destroying my apartment, the Venmo transactions, the Facebook messages between her and Jake proving they planned this. I shared this folder only with close friends and family. My parents, my sister, my best friends, my cousins, people who mattered. Told them, I'm not posting this publicly, but I need you to know the truth. My mom called me immediately after seeing the evidence. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. That's awful. I know. Do you want me to say something? I can comment on her posts. No, Mom, just leave it. Let her dig her own hole. My sister was less diplomatic. I want to punch her in the face. Get in line. But the person who surprised me most was Skyler's younger sister, Brittany. She reached out to me 2 days after the social media drama started. Hey, I know you probably don't want to hear from anyone in my family right now, but I need to tell you something. I'm listening. My sister is lying about everything. I just wanted you to know that. And I'm really sorry for what she did to you. Thanks. I appreciate that. She's done this before, you know, with other guys. She burned her ex-boyfriend's clothes in a bonfire when he broke up with her. Kaya'd another ex's car so badly he had to get it repainted. She's always been like this. Super manipulative and destructive when things don't go her way. Why are you telling me this? Because someone needs to. My parents enable her constantly, always making excuses. I'm tired of watching her hurt people and get away with it. That conversation with Brittany made me feel a little less crazy. At least someone in Skyler's family saw through her BS. Meanwhile, Jake started appearing in Skyler's Instagram posts. Couple photos at Vegas casinos, romantic sunset pictures, captions like, finally found someone who treats me right, and new beginnings with my Vegas king. I realized what Jake was doing. This wasn't about Skyler. This was about hurting me. He was using her to get revenge for me, cutting him off years ago after the roommate incident. And Skyler was too naive or too desperate for attention to realize she was being used. My landlord came through with the documentation exactly 1 week later. Official letter stating Skyler had violated the lease by bringing unauthorized persons who damaged property, and that I was released from any financial responsibility for repairs. He'd already filed an insurance claim, and Skyler would be responsible for the deductible. I sent her a copy of the letter. No comment, just the attachment. She didn't respond, but Jake did. He started posting stories of them together at my old gym, working out side by side, flexing, kissing between sets. Then my favorite coffee shop downtown, making out in the corner booth where Skyler and I used to have Sunday brunch. They were deliberately showing up at places they knew I frequented. One Saturday morning I went to grab coffee at my usual spot, and there they were. Jake saw me first, immediately pulled Skyler closer and kissed her aggressively. She giggled, looked over at me, then kissed him back harder. I ordered my coffee, didn't even glance their direction, and left. But honestly, It bothered me more than I wanted to admit, not because I wanted Skyler back, but because they were trying so hard to get a reaction out of me, and part of me wanted to give them one. That same week, I started getting spam calls, hundreds of them. My phone was ringing constantly with random numbers asking about concert tickets. Hey, you selling Coldplay tickets? No, sorry, wrong number. But your number is posted on StubHub? I checked. Sure enough, Skyler had posted my number on multiple resale forums claiming I was selling concert tickets cheap. My phone became unusable. I had to change my number completely. The harassment was escalating, and I knew I needed to address this publicly before it got worse. I couldn't let her control the narrative anymore, so I made one post, just one, on my Instagram, which was mostly private but had some mutual connections with Skyler's friend group. I wrote, I normally don't do this, but since my name is being dragged through the mud online, here's what actually happened. Then I posted a few select screenshots. The Instagram stories of Skyler grinding on Jake with "single for the weekend" captions. The security footage timestamp showing her destroying my apartment. The Facebook messages between her and Jake proving they planned to meet up behind my back. I didn't add commentary, didn't insult her, just facts with timestamps. The response was immediate. Comments flooded in. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, dude. She lied about everything? That's insane. You dodged a bullet. People who'd believed Skyler's crying videos were suddenly apologizing to me. Mutual friends were reaching out saying they'd been manipulated. Even some of her sorority sisters were commenting that they didn't know the full story. But the post that mattered most came from Skyler's employer. Someone who followed both of us apparently sent the screenshots to her company's HR department. She worked at a corporate marketing firm, and apparently, clients had seen her unprofessional social media behavior and expressed concerns about her representing their brand. I didn't find this out until later, but apparently her boss called her in for a meeting about maintaining professional boundaries on social media. Meanwhile, I got a message from a random profile, some guy named Connor who said he was Jake's current roommate in Vegas. Hey man, I don't know you, but I heard about what happened through some mutual friends. I wanted to give you a heads up about Jake. He's been unemployed for 8 months, hasn't paid rent in 3 months, and he's basically looking for someone to financially support him. Just thought you should know in case your ex doesn't realize what she's getting into. I thanked Connor for the information but told him it wasn't really my problem anymore. Still, it was satisfying to know that Jake's grand revenge plan involved mooching off my ex-girlfriend. A week later, my credit card company called me. Mr. Hayes, we're seeing some unusual activity on your account. Several large charges in Las Vegas over the past month. We wanted to verify these with you. What charges? $1,200 at the Bellagio Hotel, $800 at XS Nightclub, $500 at Beauty Bar, $1,500 at STK Steakhouse. My heart dropped. I haven't been to Vegas. These charges are all on an authorized user card registered to Skyler Morrison. She's not authorized anymore. We broke up. Those are fraudulent. I see. We'll open a dispute immediately. You'll need to file a report stating the charges were made without your permission. I filed the report same day. The credit card company removed all the charges, about $4,000 total, and canceled Skyler's authorized user status. They also flagged her account for suspicious activity. Turns out, Skyler had maxed out a separate credit card she'd opened, probably expecting to pay it off with my money. Now she was stuck with that debt and no way to pay it off. I found out through Brittany that Skyler had moved in with Jake in Vegas right after getting her stuff from my apartment, but apparently, reality was hitting her hard. She called me crying last night, Brittany said during one of our occasional check-ins. Said Jake doesn't have a job, plays video games all day, and expects her to pay for everything. She got a job as a cocktail waitress at some casino to cover their bills. Wow. Yeah, and apparently he's already cheating on her. One of her coworkers saw him making out with some tourist at the bar. I didn't feel bad for her, not even a little bit. She'd made her choices. But life was moving on for me too. My buddy convinced me to start going to the gym regularly again, different gym than before. I'd avoided it because of the Jake and Skyler situation, but I needed to get back to normal. One night, I went to a concert with friends. Just a local band at a small venue, nothing fancy. Posted a photo of our group on Instagram. Caption, good music, better company. Skyler saw it. I know because my phone blew up with messages from her. So you're already out having fun while I'm struggling? You ruined my life and you don't even care. I hope you're happy. You're such a fucking asshole. Then the tone shifted. I miss you. Can we please just talk? I made a mistake, but you're not perfect either. Why won't you even give me a chance to explain? I didn't respond to any of it, just blocked her number entirely. A few days later, Brittany called me. So Skyler found out Jake's been cheating on her the entire time they've been together, like with multiple women. She saw messages on his phone when she was trying to wake him up for work, which he doesn't even have, and completely lost it. Good. She broke up with him, but now she's homeless because she can't afford Vegas rent on a waitress salary. His roommate Connor, I think that's his name, kicked them both out for not paying rent. Where's she staying? Right now? Amanda's couch. The same Amanda whose bachelorette party she ditched. Pretty awkward if you ask me. Amanda reached out to me later that week. Hey, I'm giving you a heads up because I care about you. Skyler's been staying with me and she's been talking non-stop about winning you back. She blames Jake for everything, says he manipulated her, and she just wants a chance to apologize to you. Not interested. That's what I figured, but she's kind of obsessed. Checks your Instagram constantly on fake accounts, talks about you constantly, cries about how she messed up. It's honestly uncomfortable. If she shows up at my place, I'm calling the police. Understood. Just wanted you to know what's going on. I told my building security about the situation, showed them photos of Skyler, told them not to let her up under any circumstances. And sure enough, 3 days later, she showed up. The security guard called me. Mr. Hayes, there's a young woman here named Skyler Morrison with flowers and a letter. Says she needs to see you. Don't let her up. I'm not home. Understood. According to security footage I saw later, Skyler stood in the lobby for 20 minutes, crying and begging them to call me. They refused. Eventually, she left the flowers and letter on the front desk and left. I never picked them up. The building threw them away after 3 days. I blocked Skyler on everything. Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, phone, email, every platform. Complete blackout. I told security, told my landlord, told my family, told my friends. No contact whatsoever, but apparently, she wasn't done. Amanda told me Skyler created fake Instagram accounts to monitor my social media, and she was right because one of my recent posts got an accidental like from an account I didn't recognize with 0 followers and 0 posts. When I clicked on it, it immediately unliked my photo. I blocked that account too. Meanwhile, Skyler got a job at some retail store in town. I guess she'd moved back from Vegas completely. And according to Brittany, she was telling co-workers this whole fabricated story about how I cheated on her, which is why she went to Vegas in the first place. One of her co-workers happened to be friends with my sister. Small world. They were having coffee one day and Skyler's co-worker mentioned working with this girl whose boyfriend cheated on her and left her stranded in Vegas. My sister immediately knew it was about me. Wait, what's her name? My sister asked. Skyler. Do you know her? Yeah, and she's lying. My brother didn't cheat on her. She cheated on him, posted it all over Instagram, then trashed his apartment with the guy she cheated with. My sister pulled up the screenshots I'd sent her months ago, showed everything. The coworker was shocked. She told us a completely different story. She made your brother sound like a monster. She's manipulative. Be careful around her. Apparently, after that conversation, several of Skyler's coworkers started distancing themselves from her. When you're known as a liar at your job, people don't really want to get close. Then came the wedding drama. Amanda, the same Amanda whose bachelorette party started this entire mess, was getting married in 3 months. She'd originally included Skyler in the wedding party because they'd been sorority sisters. But after everything that happened, after Skyler ditched the Vegas trip, after all the lies, Amanda had had enough. She removed Skyler from the bridesmaids group chat and sent her a polite but firm message. Given recent events and how you handled the bachelorette trip, I don't think it's appropriate for you to be in the wedding party anymore. I wish you the best. Skyler didn't take it well. She posted a massive rant on Facebook about fake friends and how Amanda was a bridezilla who couldn't forgive one mistake, tagged Amanda in it and everything. Amanda immediately screenshot the rant and sent it to the entire wedding party group chat with the message. This is exactly why I made the right decision. The rant made Skyler look even worse. People who'd been on the fence about whose side to take in our breakup were now firmly against her. When you publicly attack someone over their own wedding, you lose credibility fast. Around this same time, something good happened to me. I met someone. Her name was Jennifer. We met at my friend's birthday party at this arcade bar downtown. She was friends with the birthday girl, worked as a graphic designer, and we hit it off immediately over our shared love of hiking and photography. We exchanged numbers, started texting, went on our first date the following weekend. It was refreshingly normal. No drama, no games, just 2 people getting to know each other. On our 3rd date, Jennifer asked about my last relationship. I'd been dreading this conversation, but I figured honesty was best. So I told her everything. The Vegas trip, the cheating, the Instagram posts, the destroyed apartment, all of it. That's absolutely insane, she said. I'm so sorry you went through that. Yeah, it was a rough few months, but I'm good now. Is she still trying to contact you? She was for a while, but I've blocked her everywhere. Security knows not to let her in my building. I'm pretty much ghost to her now. Jennifer nodded. Good. You deserve better than that. We kept dating. A month in, Skyler somehow found out through mutual friends, and predictably, she lost it. Jennifer had her Instagram on public, and Skyler started commenting on her posts with cryptic warnings. Under a photo of Jennifer's hiking trip, make sure he doesn't abandon you somewhere when things get tough. Under a photo of Jennifer at brunch, he's really good at playing the victim. Just for your information. Under a photo of Jennifer at work. I wonder if he told you the whole story. There's always 2 sides. Jennifer screenshot all the comments and sent them to me. Is this your ex? She asked. Unfortunately, yes. Want me to respond? No, just block her. She's trying to get a reaction. Jennifer blocked Skyler, changed her Instagram to private. problem solved. But I knew I needed to be completely transparent with Jennifer about everything. So I showed her the entire Google Drive folder, every screenshot, every piece of evidence, the security footage, all of it. I want you to see the full picture, I said, so you can make your own decision about whether you want to keep dating me. Jennifer went through everything carefully. Took her about 30 minutes to look at it all. When she finished, she looked at me and said, "Okay, so she's completely unhinged, and you handled it way better than most people would have. Got it. You're not weirded out by all this? I mean, it's a lot, but you've been nothing but honest with me, and clearly you're not the problem here. If anything, I appreciate that you showed me all this instead of hiding it. We kept dating, and honestly, it felt good to be with someone who was just straightforward and drama-free." Meanwhile, Skyler's life continued falling apart. Through Brittany, I heard that Skyler's friend group from college had basically ghosted her. The sorority sisters who used to hang out with her every weekend stopped inviting her to things. When you lie to everyone about what happened, and then those lies get exposed, people stop trusting you. She'd also gotten into some argument at her retail job and gotten written up for being rude to customers. Apparently, her attitude problem was showing in her work performance. And Jake, he'd completely disappeared from her Instagram. No more couple photos, no more romantic captions. According to Connor, Jake's roommate who'd messaged me, Jake had moved on to his next victim. Some tourist he'd met at a bar who thought he was charming and interesting. A few months went by. Jennifer and I were getting serious, meeting each other's families, talking about the future, planning trips together. My parents loved her. My sister loved her. My friends loved her. Everything felt right. One evening, I got a call from an unknown number. Normally, I wouldn't answer, but something made me pick up. "Hello. Hey, it's Brittany, Skyler's sister. Oh, hey, what's up? I wanted to give you a heads up about something. Skyler's been seeing a therapist, which is good, and she's supposedly working on herself, but she's still bringing you up in conversations constantly. I just wanted you to know in case she tries to reach out again. I appreciate that, but I'm completely done with that situation. I've moved on. I know, and honestly, I'm happy for you. Skyler told me about your new girlfriend. She's pretty bitter about it, but that's her problem, not yours. Thanks for looking out. Of course, you were always good to her, way better than she deserved. I just wanted you to know that." After that call, I felt a sense of closure, not because Skyler was in therapy or supposedly changing, but because I realized I genuinely didn't care what she was doing anymore. She wasn't part of my life, and I was happy about that. Jennifer and I decided to take a weekend trip to San Diego, just a spontaneous getaway to the beach, some good food, relaxation. We spent the whole weekend walking along the shore, taking photos, trying new restaurants. On Sunday morning, we were having breakfast at this little cafe near the water, and Jennifer looked at me and said, "You know what I love about you? What? You're genuinely happy, like present and happy. I've dated guys who were still hung up on their exes or bitter about past relationships, but you're not. You moved on. Because I have something better now," I said, and I meant it. Whatever drama Skyler had brought into my life was gone. I had a good relationship, good friends, good family, a stable career. I'd come out of that toxic situation stronger and smarter. A week after we got back from San Diego, I got a promotion at work. My boss offered me a position in our Seattle office with a significant raise. It was an opportunity I'd been working toward for years. I told Jennifer that night over dinner. "That's amazing. Congratulations," she said. "There's just one thing. The position is in Seattle. I'd have to relocate." "Oh, I know it's a lot to ask, but I was thinking maybe we could go together. I know we've only been dating for a few months, but this feels right. And Seattle has a great design scene for your work." Jennifer was quiet for a minute, thinking it over. "Can I be honest?" she finally said. "Of course. I've been thinking about leaving here anyway. My lease is up in 2 months, and I've kind of outgrown this city. Seattle sounds amazing, actually. So is that a yes?" "That's a yes. Let's do it." We started planning the move immediately. I gave my notice at the apartment, started packing up my stuff, coordinating with the moving company. Jennifer did the same. During the packing process, I found an old box in the back of my closet. Inside were printed screenshots from the Vegas weekend, security footage stills, basically all the evidence I'd saved from the Skyler situation. I stood there holding these papers, remembering how angry and hurt I'd been when all this went down. How much energy I'd spent being upset about someone who clearly didn't care about me. I threw the entire box in the trash. Didn't need it anymore. My last week in town, Brittany reached out one final time. "Skyler wanted me to pass along a message. She says she's sorry for everything and hopes you're happy. Tell her I appreciate the apology, but please don't pass along any more messages from her. I need to keep moving forward." "I understand. Good luck in Seattle. Thanks." And that was it. The final piece of the Skyler chapter closed. Jennifer and I loaded up the moving truck on a Saturday morning. My parents came to help. My sister brought coffee and donuts. A couple friends showed up to say goodbye. As I drove out of that apartment parking lot for the last time, I felt nothing but relief. No anger, no bitterness, no regret, just excitement for what was coming next.